Here we go. Oh, what is that? Cut live chat. Alright. There we go. And we're live streaming once again. Oh my god. What? That's one of the longest stretches we've had with that one. Hey, Lex. XD here. Cesaro's in Silent Ninja Dangalang. Shane. Thorfinn. Andre. Darkness. Haroon. Sokamakak. Wolverine. Knackpack. Shinobi Slayer. I'm trying to keep up. Evil Dan. Hey, Evil Dan. I haven't seen him in a while. Alpha. Member Berries. I member. And I'm getting behind. God damn it. I'm getting behind. I wish. Hey, Matthew. And David here. Snowman without the O. Sam Stevens. Ayosh Tamang. Hey, Nuclear Reactor. It's good to be back streaming again. Holy shit. I miss this stuff when I don't get to do it. It's been the only thing now I got coming up too. I have both in May and June, I'm going to be gone for a week in each. So I'm going to be getting a lot of videos done ahead of time. So I'm still hoping to get streams up here or there. You need to move into your basement. England is banning porn. I heard about that, Licks. I was just reading an article about that whole England banning porn thing the other day. I'm trying to remember exactly. Was it didn't you have to prove your age or something? But how the hell do you go about proving your age to the internet? I don't understand a lot of what's going on. Nacho says, insert Zarvan moan here. That whole that rap battle was pretty good. I liked it. Hold on, guys, I gotta refresh this page because it froze the feed on me again, so I can change. Tell your ISP to set. Okay. All right. I was wondering how they were planning on pulling that off. Pulling it off. And we're talking about porn and we're talking about pulling it off. That's pretty funny. Okay. Yeah, we're on live chat. Okay, we're good to go now. Hey, Noel. While I haven't, Poppy, my favorite ginger, did not have a good night last night. Ice Blink is here. How old am I? I am a very ancient 57 years old. The washing machine stream was lame. Or you need to buy an online porn pass from a newspaper stand potentially. What the fuck, Chrome? What's going on in England, you guys? Between that and now them wanting to clamp down on all different forms of speech and everything, that just surprises me coming from English land, as Spaz Kid would say. Thanks, Jamie. You win comment of the day. You don't look a day over 40? That's a clear winner. How that was Paris, the city of love, without good old Pornhub. Yeah, good point, Darkness. There's no such thing as love without Pornhub. I completely concur. My penis is very small. Oh, but yeah, I'd rather love in Nazi Germany. Well, thank you, Daryl. I appreciate that. That was very kind of you. I appreciate that. UK is a broken nation. Yeah, what the hell is going on? Banning porn, banning speech. Jeez. Oh, maybe it was English land. I don't remember now, Big Green. For those who don't know what we're talking about, Spaz Kid several years ago. I don't remember if it was in a video or on a stream, but he determined that people, if you're an Irish person, that means your home country is Irish land. Legitimately, he said that. Not Ireland, Irish land. So then from there he determined, of course, we can't remember if it was British land or England land or something like that, but yeah, it was one of Spaz Kid's finer moments. England bans porn. I have one more reason to stay in America. Yeah, Omega. I wouldn't even be... And the thing of it is, you guys know, I wanted to... the UK is high on my list of places that I would love to get the opportunity to visit someday, and I can't go anywhere that doesn't have porn. It will violate everything I stand for. That's sad. Zombie Wolf says, can we get a theme song for D-Pouch? He actually had one in the 10 years ago. For those who don't know the story of D-Pouch, they were doing a documentary on him 10 years ago. Something happened. the film crew like dried up, went away, took off. They kind of just disappeared. It's assumed D Pouch probably had something to do with it, and so nobody's really heard too much of him. You guys will learn all the details of him in the videos coming up. His backstory is fascinating if you find really, really fucked up shit fascinating. He will compete. His backstory will compete with any you've seen anywhere for vomit factor. I might have something that had his original theme song. Hold on. I'll see if I can find it for you guys real quick. Let me just go to another page. I do think I know where I have it. Because for those of you who don't know, so the theme song makes sense. D Pouch is the only superhero in history who charges people for his superhero services. In other words, if he saves you, he fully expects to be financially rewarded. Where did I put the? I don't know if this is it. Hold on. Let me see. I'm away from the chat for just a moment, guys. I'll catch back up with it. Let me see if this is it. You guys will hear this if it is. Yeah, this is it. Okay. All right. I don't know if I have any. If it has any video with it, but let me. It's in spots. Okay. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys. Videos, images. All right. D Pouch. Okay. I think this might be it.
Money buys results. Money.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Results. That was the original opening.
Money buys results. Money buys results.
Oh, this has got some of the video from 10 years ago, too. That was the original film crew.
Oh, well, it was about 15 years ago when I first got my powers. There was this group of kids that used to hang around the neighborhood. They started calling me D-Pouch. Well, I thought it was cool, because I'd heard them calling each other things like G-Dog and A-Train and shit like that. I thought, wow, D-Pouch means I got street cred.
Okay, that's the opening theme music. I don't want to give away too much of his backstory because that'll be coming up again. But that was his theme music in the original. No porn, I'll go to Pornhub. Yeah, you got to do it. Any port in a storm, member berries. Any port in a storm. D Pouch for the project on YouTube, but couldn't find him. Oh yeah, everything is disappeared. Everything's gone. But it'll, like I say, as all this unfolds, that the premiere video here, that was just a video showing that, unlike the stuff you had seen before, it's not from 10 years ago. It came back. Okay, I wanted to make sure I didn't miss any super chats. Oh, Wolverine said, please violate me right in my username. Junie Cakes. Well, thanks, Megan. I appreciate it. You getting lags, Cesaro? Yeah. Thanks, Susan. We appreciate that. What are D Pouch's rates? I'm thinking about visiting New York City, but I want to be safe. I don't know. I personally, I don't have any interaction with him. I'm sure it'll all come out. Maybe at some point when when more of his story is getting told, then maybe we can get him on for an interview or something. I'm just seeing it now on my end too. I apologize, guys. Again, I've got a good. Before I stream, I always check do a speed test. Yeah, I'm getting the warnings now. It's Susan. It's YouTube servers. It's not us. I've got a good strong signal today. Jamie, well, the thing you got to be careful of, Jamie, and you guys will learn about D Pouch. He would probably accept payment arrangements, but if you're female, it's not going to be cash he's looking for because it's D Pouch. You'll hear the stories of him and what he did to a woman in exchange for saving her child from a burning building and stuff. Mr. Host says, aside from Luffy, What are your thoughts on the other Straw Hats so far, and who are your favorites? Well, Luffy's clearly my favorite. I absolutely love Luffy. Favorites of the Straw Hats? Because, well, you could technically count Shanksa as a Straw Hat since he was the original one, and I love Shanks. Shanks is so cool. I like all the Straw Hats, so I like when we were able to do the reaction video streams, and the gang had shown me some clips of One Piece. Those of you who've been with us for a while remember Zoro was my early favorite from those clips. So I had already liked Zoro, and I know Usopp irritates a lot of people, but I like him. I just think I can see where he's irritating, but I like his character. I just think that goofiness and the singing songs to himself and everything is cool. I like Sanji. He's a pussy hound. How can you not like Sanji? So I don't know that any of the others stand out up and above, but Luffy is just, as I said over at the Goosh, Luffy is a character that everything about him, his attitude, demeanor, personality, simple nature, is all the things that I really like in a character. It's amazed me how infatuated I got with him. I've seen some Masako, was it Masako X? Is that how you pronounce it? His name? I've seen some of his vids before. Not in a long time, but no, I probably won't be doing them for reaction videos. No. I won't be doing any chatbot videos anytime soon. They just lost, for whatever reason, people kind of lost interest in them here at the channel. I carefully monitor everything that goes on the channel just so I know what you guys are enjoying watching. And I don't judge it as much by overall views. That's a factor. But not as much by that as I do watch time. Because that tells me if they're enjoying the video all the way through. And watch time on the chatbot videos just dropped right off. I was surprised. You don't have to pay. I'll give it a shot. I'm gonna be wrong. I'm gonna say Aosh. I'll say Aosh Tamang. Aosh Tamang. I'll take a stab. I'm sure I was way off, but Big Green. That's an interesting question. So is Deep Pouch, for those who are regulars, been regulars of the channel for a while, you know the characters we're talking about. So is Deep Pouch more fucked up than Golden, or less fucked up, or the same? It's interesting. Golden is more fucked up only because Deep Pouch isn't fucked up as much as he just doesn't give a fuck. Deep Pouch does not care. So whereas Golden's a mental case, Deep Pouch's stance is he doesn't give a shit about anybody else, and all he wants to do is make money. And the biggest driving factor in his life is he's pissed off that people think he's a scumbag, because if he performs a heroic act, he wants to get paid, and that's why he hates Superman specifically in the whole superhero ideals, because they give that shit away and they're trying to make him look like an asshole. Deep Pouch's number one goal in life is to kill Superman. That's what he would like to do more than anything. Along the way, again, we'll see what comes out about Deep Pouch's past. But there's a real interesting story of the first man he ever sued that wouldn't pay him for performing a heroic act for him. So Golden is more fucked up. Deep Pouch is more dangerous because Deep Pouch is being bitten by that radioactive jackass, for whatever reason, has made Deep Pouch almost invulnerable. You can't hurt him. And word is that in these 10 years since they dropped the last video, Deep Pouch discovered that he can pretty much consume anything he wants with no side effects, or without damaging himself, without killing himself. And now he's experimenting with all kinds of shit to try and give himself even more powers. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Nicholas. I appreciate that. I didn't post One Piece stopping points. Like I said before, just like we did with this one over at the Goosh, when we get within 10-15 episodes of a stopping point, I'll post, like I did this time, a poll to ask you guys if you want to actually stop or if you want to just continue on. And obviously continuing on won this time, as did skipping the first set of filler. But we'll take each filler individually, and we'll take each stopping spot individually. See Deep Pouch's updated look? I can't give you an actual time frame, Chrome, but it won't be too awful long. As you start learning more about D-Pouch now as opposed to D-Pouch 10 years ago, it'll start to all come together. Yeah, Filthy Frank was awesome. Papa Franco. D-Pouch needs to consume animal coochie. Oh, suck on my cockies. The things that D-Pouch is willing to consume are just... shitload. Well, his big green D-Pouch you'll find, too. His big thing is he likes Taco Bell, but his favorite thing are cheap frozen burritos. I'm thinking that maybe because they cause more intestinal distress, knowing D-Pouch. Jamie says that D-Pouch is my hero. I hate Superman too. And if D-Pouch is packing and has girth, I will gladly pay. I see no problem with this compensation. See, D-Pouch was like you, Jamie, right off the start. Yeah, that's because the woman that I was referring to earlier was all pissy pants about having to get felt up. And really, I mean, D-Pouch was willing to run into a burning building and save her kid. You would think you wouldn't be such a bitch about paying up, but she was. So D-Pouch has a villain's gallery. I'm not sure what you mean, Lex. What do you mean by a villain's gallery? I don't know what you mean. Who is stronger, Uno reverse card versus no you? By the way we react to the Naruto showdown. Again, as far as I react to fill in the blank, right now just doing what I do daily takes up all the time I have, so I don't have any plans on anything specific. No, I haven't seen the DBS Broly movie yet. I just haven't had time. I will. I see it's out now, streaming and everything. It's just I just haven't had time to watch it yet. Let's see. Would he be threatened by a redhead with no soul? I can tell you for sure, Poppy, nothing threatens D-Pouch. D-Pouch is, I personally believe, and again, you guys will see more of this when you see more of this story. I don't think, as far as we know, you can't kill D-Pouch. But aside from that, I don't think D-Pouch cares if he dies. So he's not scared of much. Aside from his hatred for Superman, who is D-Pouch's arch-nemesis. Oh, it's funny you bring that up. He has one. It's, D-Pouch, believe it or not, was married at one time. And he considers his arch-nemesis his ex-wife's attorney. And he tortures that man endlessly. And like the attorney always says, what really freaks him out about it is there was not even a contested divorce. Because his ex-wife just wanted away from him. She didn't want anything from him, no contact with him, anything. Just let me go and get away. But D-Pouch in his twisted mind determined that her attorney was to blame. And so he does things like randomly show up at the attorney's office, and he'll like staple all his papers together. He'll come start flicking the attorney's ear, and he's psychotic about him. So his arch nemesis is an attorney. Like means does Deep-Pouch have villains, enemies? Oh, okay, Lex, I got you. Okay, thanks, Chrome. Does he have villains, enemies? It's hard to describe because to Deep-Pouch, everybody's a potential enemy. If you piss him off in any manner, and the dumbest things will piss him off, does he have stated enemies? Like, does he have a Lex Luthor to Superman? No. The closest to that would be that attorney that I mentioned. And he would consider his number one enemy Superman, and Superman has never met him and probably doesn't even know D-Pouch exists. But D-Pouch would consider Superman his arch nemesis because to D-Pouch, Superman is the reason that D-Pouch gets no respect and people spit on him. Because D-Pouch doesn't understand the absurdity of charging people for superhero services, and his thing is it's because of goody-goodies like Superman who gives that shit away, and he also thinks Superman's a phony. He thinks that Superman only saves people because he wants to fuck Lois Lane, and Lois is a SJW that is moved by people being kind to others. So that's why D-Pouch hates Superman. Michael says, no need to react, but I like your opinion on War of the Spark official trailer, Magic the Gathering. Excuse me, guys, I got a terrible itch in my ear. That cold I had went away, and I told you guys I had my eardrum surgically punctured when I was a kid, and now it drains in my ears. For context, a villainess is reminded of failing to save her brother and turns on her master. Hold on, Michael. Let me look it up real quick. I'll be right. Magic the Gathering. It's terrible. I'm not knowledgeable on these things. Magic the Gathering is the card game, right? The adventure card game. Hold on. Let me bookmark it, Michael. Michael Tannick. Let me put it in this folder. Yeah, like I say, I don't have a problem watching. It's only a 3-minute video. I'll take a look at it. I know nothing about Magic the Gathering. I mean, just to forewarn you. Other than that it's a card game. Yeah, and I see that we're getting all kinds of shit from YouTube servers here. Data says, really enjoying the reactions at the Goosh, particularly One Piece. Also, Deep Pouch is super relatable. Thanks, Data. I appreciate it. Man, we have such a good time going at the Goosh right now. I'm so fortunate to be in the situation I am over there because I love One Piece. Yu Yu Hakusho is great. It's really a lot of fun. I'm surprised by how good that is. Avatar early on is really good, but then the Gusha 100 vids, and we got tons of them now. Those series have turned out to be really good. That goddamn School Live is creepy as hell. Holy shit! And Mob Psycho, that last episode I saw, that really turned dark, and I like it. And I like Samurai Champloo right from the start. We've had Nichijou going for months. Usagi Drop, I'm almost to the end of that. As a matter of fact, I got to get that scheduled to watch over the next couple days. I think we only got 2 episodes left of Usagi Drop, and that's one of my favorite things I've ever seen. Yeah, we're really fortunate over there. With the selection we have. God damn it, everything. Just finished your Lion April one day. Legit the saddest anime I've ever watched. A lot of people say that, Christo. I've heard a lot about that of your Lion April. Does Deep Pouch beat the attorney with a spoon? He does all kinds of bizarre shit to him, Nacho. I mean, just bizarre, childish, ridiculous things to him. I mean, the sad thing is Deep Pouch could kill him if he wanted to. And I think to Deep Pouch, this is probably better, just torturing the guy every day. The attorney's developed, like, he's seeing a therapist because he's got, like, nervous tics and stuff. Because what happens with Deep Pouch, you guys, again, you'll learn about all this, is the police and authorities are reticent to have a confrontation with Deep Pouch. Because they arrested him a couple times, and as soon as they did, he'd use that stupid donkey kick ability he's got, and he kicks the walls down. Doesn't matter. It's going to be, that he can kick in the side of a planet with that stupid donkey kick. So they've given up on arresting him, and it's just kind of like an uneasy truce. As far as the authorities are concerned, if he doesn't do anything too outlandish, they're not gonna intervene. So unless he goes out and just starts mass murdering people, he's pretty much got carte blanche because they're scared of him. Erie Bola, yeah, pretty much sucking my cock. It drives me nuts because those of you who don't know, I've mentioned before when I was a kid, because when I was a kid, medical services were like, placing leeches on your skin. I had problems with my ears, so they punctured my eardrum surgically. So now whenever I get a cold, because my cold is gone, but for several days after, all the shit just drains right out of those punctured eardrums, and it drives me insane. Nice singing on Omega. Oh, thanks, Christopher. Yeah, those are some fun times. Chrome says, so Deep Pouch is the one who CGI'd that pedo stash off of Superman and Justice League and made him look like a child molester. Wouldn't surprise me. In fact, Deep Pouch's father is Superman and grandfather Shaggy. I've never heard about what he feels like. Well, of course, he's been gone for 10 years. Nobody's heard of him. What he thinks about Ultra Instinct Shaggy. But he generally hates any other superheroes, but specifically despises Superman. So basically, Milok says, Deep Pouch just consumed the fuck fruit, and he has the power to fuck anyone up literally, figuratively, and with the help of a lawyer financially. The thing with Deep Pouch is he'll admit it. I think he might have even mentioned it. Yes, he mentioned it in the video that was posted where he made his own stupid commercial. He doesn't have a ton of offense. But the thing is you can't hurt him. So eventually he'll just beat you with a bat or something along those lines. But he's got that donkey. He's got 2 offensive maneuvers. He's got the donkey kick, the mule kick, the ass kicker he calls it. But he's even said himself, it's typically not that handy in a fight, because by the time you get turned around, because he's got to go down, lean forward, put his hands to the ground, and then kick his feet back up. He said, and what he said was, and I quote, "You have to be a complete retard to get hit with that move, because all you got to do is get out of the way." And the donkey punch is just what it sounds like. It sounds like it's a punch to the back of the head. In D-pouch land, preferably while he's banging you from behind. But he has, for whatever reason, an extremely powerful donkey punch. Let's see. Suck My Cock says Curtis proceeds to steal the Infinity Gauntlet to heal his ear Ebola. I would too. His ability is Pampu Pampu, Poppy says. The pouch destroy multiverse. Let's see. Usagi drop is ruined by the ending. Well, everybody says Prism. It's only ruined in from what I've been told, it's only ruined in the manga though. They said the anime is completely different. Oh, from France. Good to have you, Jordan. Tree Pouch is one who burned Notre Dame. I don't think he'll do that. The only reason I don't think he would do something like that is because D-Pouch only acts on his own behalf. So there's no money to be made in arson. So he probably wouldn't bother with it. He's just too lazy. He wouldn't bother with it. Oh, yeah. Endgame? Yeah, Black Boy. We got, as a matter of fact, we just bought tickets online. We're going Saturday night because Spaz Kid's out of college, and Spaz Kid, my grandson, and I watch all the Marvel movies together, all the Avengers movies together. So my grandson and I are going to run out and pick up Spaz Kid on Saturday evening, go have dinner, and then we're all going to go watch the movie. Oh, excuse me, guys. And early thoughts on Iroh and Zuko and Avatar so far. Zuko, initially I was like, okay, this guy's just going to be a little dork pain in the ass. But now I'm like 5 episodes in, as much as I think he's kind of an asshole, I'm thinking there's probably good reason for it from just what's been alluded to so far. So I think he's put in a tough spot. I don't think he's an asshole by nature. I think he's an asshole probably by the influence of his father. And Iroh there, the general, I like him. He cracks me up. I like him a lot. Nacho says, is it weird that I really want a female main protagonist in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Series for once? Can we trade Jaden for one? I was just going to say, I've grown, I like a lot of in different anime. Well, you guys know that. Anyway, I like when female characters can kick some ass. I really do. So yeah, I'm with you on that. Zuko is one of the best written characters of all time, Luminary says. Yeah, I mean, immediately my stance on him changed a little from my first impression, because then when you start to learn a little bit about the situation he's in, and when you hear him saying, well, if I bring in the Avatar, my father will finally have something to do with me or respect me or whatever, you can see that there's probably some sadness involved in his background, and he's not an asshole just for the sake of being an asshole, put it that way. Omega says, so I think I found the town crazy, which wouldn't be a problem, but he's taking a walking around my neighborhood. D-Pouch walks around neighborhoods a lot too. I wonder if that's one of those two are related at all. Hey, Meerkat. My favorite anime protagonist, Monkey D. Luffy. I just love Luffy. He's the only main character I've had as a favorite character so far. How do I think he got the eye scar? I'm assuming from having seen him fight with that commander there. I'm assuming he lost one of those fights, because what it suggested to me when he had the commander down, Commander Dickbag there, and Zuko came back and he shot off a fireball, he shot it just to the right and high on purpose and didn't hit him. And the commander said something about, him being soft. So I'm thinking that Zuko probably was on the other end of that. I don't know from who, but was on the other end of that somehow and got burned. That's my guess. Again, I have no idea if it's right, but let's see. My favorite anime currently is One Piece. Just barely over Hunter x Hunter, and based largely on the strength of Luffy as a character, because Luffy is, again, you guys know me, know my sense of humor, and know the things that I like. Luffy checks every box for what I like in a character. Oh, God. Okay, suck on my cock on 15%. I understand. Thanks for being in while you could. Do you think Buggy can be the next Pirate King? I don't know. I don't think. Again, early impressions, real early impressions. No, I don't think Buggy's got that kind of strength. But again, I could be wrong. Let's see. I'm in and out and watch. Oh, no problem, Jamie. No problem. Infinite Stratos? No, I don't think so, Lone Wolf. No, I don't think so. Dragon Ball Superheroes. No, I haven't watched it. I've been hearing about it a lot lately. It's come up in conversation quite a bit. I don't know. I'll have to check some of it out, because I was telling the gang the other day, I just ran into another anime nerd the other day. I was out, I don't even remember where we were, in the mall or something, and he was telling me about it too. He was telling me how good it was. Em said, I think there's a good amount of people in here who are working watching this. Yeah, I think so. Em. Well, you know what it is? Because this time works out well for me to stream. But really, when you think about it as far as U.S. time frames, and, well, even the U.K. to a certain extent, because in the U.K. it's only 6:37. So when we start, it's quite possible people are still at work there. But now, we're at 1:37 on the East Coast, which makes it, 10:37 on the West Coast. So it's like middle of the day work hours for everybody. No, I haven't watched season 2 of One Punch Man yet. With all that stuff, I like to do reactions to it, which would have to be at the Goosh, of course, because YouTube won't let them stand. So I save it until I can fit it in over there. Let's see. Fuck it. Suck my cock says, nah, fuck it. When I stop messaging, that means my phone died. Okay. Anime or porn? Depends on the mood, Jamie. I don't think at this point I could live without either. So it just all depends on a given moment. Dragon Ball Heroes, Chrome says, is very much a fan service for Dragon Ball, where anything happens like Super Saiyan Blue Goku versus Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and the return of Ultra Instinct versus Zamasu. Really? Yeah, this guy, like I say, that guy I ran into, I think it was in the mall, but wherever. The guy I ran into was really into it. He had nothing but praise for it. Omega says, I somehow doubt he has any relation unless D-Pouch is taking a drinking scotch and screaming F you at the top of his lungs. The screaming F you at the top of his lungs, yes, I can see. That sounds like D-Pouch. Although he's not usually that random. Yeah, you're right, Omega, because D-Pouch is more pointed if he's going to be screaming at somebody. He's not a drinker that I know of, but again, rumor is he's been consuming all kinds of shit trying to mutate his body so he can have more offense. Let's see. I managed to get away with listening to yaoi and hentai in class, Poppy says. I had to cover up all my laughter by talking to my friend. Let's see. Brother E says, I attest to being one of those who's taking a quick peek at the live stream while at work. But anyways, for this Endgame movie coming out this week, how do you see Marvel tying the Thanos saga to an end? I haven't come up with a good theory yet, really, to be honest with you, Brother E. I've read a lot of the thoughts online that people have had and everything, and there's certainly a lot of well-designed endings in the imagination of the people who are online, but I don't know. I don't have any theory that I've seen that I would put more weight or stock in than another, so I don't know. All I know is I'm really, really anxious to see it. Excuse me. Marvel Knight, can't wait for the next arc of One Piece. Yeah. Well, you guys know at the Goosh, I just posted it. No. That's the one I watched for tomorrow. Because the episode I watched for tomorrow was all I see at the end was that a portion of the face of some apparently hot chick smiling as she looks at Luffy's wanted poster. And it's funny too because the angle that she is shot from in that scene made me immediately think of Lust from Full Metal Alchemist. To me, looked just like Lust from FMAB. Milog. So what do you think of the weird pervy randomness of Sedokai Yakondomo compared to those random cute animes, Baldwin? That was hilarious. That was some funny shit, and they're so matter of fact about the things. Even like when they were having the conversation about the one kid's parents and the things that they were doing to each other and stuff. It was awesome. I love the way the humor is displayed in that one. Like I say, because it's so matter of fact. It's like, it's not, look at us, we're making perverse jokes. It's just part of the normal culture and conversation. That's what makes it funny. Chrome, I'm glad you'll be skipping the next big filler arc in One Piece. Screws up the story and a lot of things coming later. That's what a lot of people said, Chrome. That's why we'll do each, and, of course, One Piece isn't as loaded with filler as, for instance, Naruto was. So each time we come up on a big segment of filler, we'll do that same thing. We'll have a poll. Because I know there are some filler arcs that the majority of the gang has been telling me are really good. So that way you guys can decide on each one. Jamie says, Uncle Curtis, did you hear the use of Assassin's Creed Unity will be implemented to help in rebuilding Notre Dame? No, but that's cool, though. That's a neat connection. Very cool. Straga says, Endgame is going to involve time travel, Ant-Man, and the quantum realm, which they will most likely treat as the microverse from the comics, and also Professor Hulk, because that's what he wanted. Do I like Scooby-Doo or Shaggy? It's funny, Travis, because that was my era growing up, the Scooby-Doo things, the Scooby-Doo cartoons. I was never huge into them. I like Scooby better than Shaggy, but I was never huge into those. I was very much whole Warner Brothers things. The Looney Tunes were my big thing growing up. And Pink Panther. I love Pink Panther. Prism says, Notre Dame was sad, but it's more sad a few billionaires could put together $1 billion for reparations in 24 hours, but we can't, or repairs, but we can't put together a few billion more to feed starving kids. I understand. I understand the sentiment of that, Prism. The only thing I don't like about it is when you see people going ballistic online about it. Oh, you can donate your money to repair this building, but what about the common phrase in the U.S. anyway was, what about the water in Flint, Michigan, and what about the crisis at the border, and what about starving children? Which I understand. My only issue with that is, it's not up to us to tell other people how to spend their money, and I don't think that it's ever bad that somebody donates to something. Now, if somebody is more motivated to donate their money to the rebuilding of Notre Dame because that's something very important to them than they are to donate for any one of a number of other humanitarian causes, it might be irksome to some people. But for me, I don't think it's my place to tell somebody else how to spend their money, particularly when they're helping somebody or something. I don't think it's fair of me, I don't think it's my place to say, well, you should take that $100 million and you should put it over here instead because that's more deserving. I mean, I didn't earn that money. That person did. But so, like I say, I understand the sentiment. I don't necessarily agree with calling people out on it. I'm not saying you did. I mean, online. What's my opinion of Stewart's and Fonda? Just run-of-the-mill Stewart's. Chrome, I've never seen this whole great filler arcs in One Piece. There's one that's decent, but you'll always know it wasn't written by Oda. It doesn't have the same feel, plus none of it matters. Yeah, because I've gotten a lot. I don't even remember which specifically ones they said, but I've gotten a lot of positive feedback on some of the filler. Excuse me. LCA says, someone said Saitama broke his limit during his training, so he can be as strong as he wants. So in my opinion, Saitama is the strongest anime hero of all time. Oh, that'll be interesting to see. Well, that's why, excuse me, when we would have those conversations about who is stronger, Saitama versus fill in the blank, I don't know how you go about determining that, because we really don't know the extent of Saitama's strength because he hasn't really been challenged yet. So it's tough to say. Let's see. Excuse me. Oh, the thumbnail? Yeah, thank you, Missile Ballistics. Oh, shoot. Let me remember. I'll give a shout out again to the person who made it. I didn't do that. I'm not that talented. Let's see. Who made that one for me? You guys know me in names. That one was made for me because I always keep. That's why I keep people's names when they make something like that for me. La Republique made that one for me. Yeah, I really like it. Oh, thanks, Christina. Hi, Joe Fire. Joe Fire. I've been in Notre Dame before it burned down. Touched the walls and bought a coin souvenir. Oh, that's cool, Albert. That's cool. My wife. Oh, excuse me, guys. My wife and daughter are out shopping, and this is my daughter. Excuse me. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
I was just wondering what my limit is on the blue card today.
Why? What you need?
I just found there's a sale here at Oscars on little girl clothes.
Sure. For who? For who?
Addison.
Oh, yeah. Well, what did you want to do? What are you looking at?
There's a couple little short outfits and stuff.
Yeah.
They're absolutely adorable, and everything's 50% off.
Go ahead.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, go ahead. No problem.
Okay.
All ready?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, hon. Bye. My wife wanting to spend some more of my money. You don't feel so... Imagination Core. Papa Curtis, I don't feel so good. I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. Best part of the stream, M says. Let's see. Chrome says, I'm scared for Notre Dame. Some architects are talking about making it secular and removing the Christian symbolism while reconstructing it. Really? Also, one architect wants to make the roof crystal? That's tacky. That'd be gross. Yeah, I don't understand that. And you guys know me, I'm not religious at all. And I wouldn't see a point in rebuilding Notre Dame if it weren't a Catholic icon. I mean, that's I don't know. Maybe it's just me. That's bizarre. Let's see. Everything is 50% off. Yeah, I hear that all the time, Prism. When she calls me with wanting to spend money on something, it's a good deal. Okay. Let's see. Phone stream, yeah. Who would win in a fight, ISIS or Al Qaeda? Probably Al Qaeda right now. I think they might actually be a little more together than ISIS at this point. Omega says the best part is we're talking about this crazy dude in Omega's neighborhood. The best part is he keeps flicking his cigarettes into my yard. I think my uncle pissed him off or something. We had when I was a kid. What's the guy's name? Because I'm sure he's long since passed away, so I'm not worried about saying his name. Rich Card, his name was. We was the crazy guy in our neighborhood. Well, my grandmother's neighborhood. I would go down and spend weeks there and during the summer because we lived in the country and they lived in a city, so there was more to do. And I would spend time with my cousins, and yeah, he would chase us around with broom handles and stuff, and yeah, he was our local crazy. Excuse me. Chrome says it was an English architect, so I think the crystal is probably a fuck you to the French. Gothic architecture and crystal roofs don't work. They're a contradiction. Yeah, really. Yeah, that's wildly tacky, that idea. I long since subscribed to PewDiePie. All Islamist terrorist orgs must be destroyed, no exception to those who support them. Yeah, most of the world will agree with you on that. Myself included. Okay, Milak says, Baldwin, could Golden hurt Deephouse with any of his attacks? And if so, would he be retired enough to take one of Deephouse's donkey kicks just to prove he's tough enough? No on the first thing, that Golden doesn't have anything that would hurt Deepouch. Possibly on the second one. And Golden's the type that if it killed him, he'd be like, fuck, I was wrong, and it wouldn't bother him. But yes, it's possible. Put it this way, it's possible Golden could be goaded into just taking one of the donkey kicks for some stupid reason, yes. And it probably would kill him. Let's see. I've been doing some research, Prism says, in the ISIS fight, and it's nuts how much the locals are the ones actually taking them down. The citizens in, I'm not sure how to pronounce the city, Rojava, are dope. I highly recommend watching some documentaries. I'd like to see that. It's got to be like guerrilla warfare going on, right? Yeah, I like stuff like that. Let's see. Do I still watch Brandon Rogers? Sure, whenever I get the chance. Yeah, I love Brandon Rogers. Should have offered Deep Pouch oral sex to kill him. Yeah, it wouldn't take much, like, again, for Deep Pouch to just off somebody, because he doesn't have issues with that. You know what I'm actually teetering on here, with Deep Pouch, I thought, and you know, in all seriousness, there's an entire script written for Deep Pouch, because there really was a movie being made, and it just got interrupted. We had some technical difficulties, and we were just we lost a couple of our locations. We're never able to get back to it. So I've toyed around with Deep Pouch will be on the channel, you know, not every day, but regularly, and you'll see his adventures and stuff, and start learning more about him. But I'm trying to determine whether or not to give all the background of Deep Pouch in these clips, or if maybe it's something, because I have a lot of friends that could get this done. Maybe it's something I could think about even trying to crowdfund and make the movie. Because the cool thing about doing that is because I could, first of all, I could do it cheaply because the script is very low budget, but second of all, it'd be a cool offering, because crowdfunding movies, you know, they always offer copies and signed scripts or stuff like that. But we could actually, there's scenes in there where, for top-end donators, we could actually offer being in the movie itself. Because there are scenes in there, because it's a documentary, where they talk to people who have encountered Deep Pouch, and you could actually offer that to donors. I don't know. I gotta think that through. But there will be more Deep Pouch no matter what. It just depends on how much of his backstory gets told. Because if the movie's going to go forward, I won't tell as much of it on YouTube. It'll be more current. And if the movie's not going to get done, you'll start learning all about his really, really demented backstory. They're doing more than any government in the fight, and they're trying to make a democratic, semi-autonomous Kurdish state, the northern Iraq, Syria area. It's really interesting. I enjoy stuff like that, Prism. I wish I say it over and over, I wish there were more hours in the day, because I enjoy watching stuff like that, documentaries about things like that. Is porn for the strong or the weak? Porn is for everyone, stranger. For everyone. I played Dragon Ball FighterZ. It's pretty good. Spaz Kid played it more than I did, but yeah, it's good. I really like Jump Force, though, now. Chris, I know it's maybe a while off. When do you think we can see Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life? Oh, no, it's not a while off at all, Chrome. It's going to be as soon as my wife and I have time to sit down together now. What happened was, after her mom died, holy crap, what a nightmare we had. I never saw anything like this, because her mom wanted to be cremated. We ended up with an extra week taking care of all the details, because the crematorium didn't get around to cremating her. It was one of the most bizarre things I ever saw, but that's finally taken care of. But it's just a matter now of, my wife has agreed to do it and everything. It's just a matter of her and I getting time to sit down together and have her do the video. So I'd tell you, I don't know exactly when, but it won't be long. When is Deep Pouch crossing over with the Sonic movie? Hey, Philip, good to see you, pal. If you like playing Assassin's Creed, Uncle Curtis, Jamie says you should get your free download of Unity. Ubisoft is offering until $4.25 to help with the repairs. I'll have to tell Spaz Kid, because I've never played through Assassin's Creed. I've seen a couple of the games almost in its entirety, because I really like it, and I would just watch Spaz Kid play it. I was going to say I should tell him, but I'm sure he knows. He stays on top of all that stuff. Milog says, I could totally see Golden standing on the wing of a plane and pissing into the clouds to give an entire city a golden shower. I could see that. He may not kill anyone, but they won't like it, and that's cool too. Yeah. That's good. Shrek is love, Shrek is life, Shrek is screwing my wife. Do I think Jing is a deadbeat? Yeah, kind of, Lloyd. I mean, put it this way, I could understand the desire to want to be a hunter. but given his less than enthusiastic reaction to meeting his son, I would say that would put him into the deadbeat category, yes. He's not a deadbeat abusive type person, because at least, you know, he did eventually make some sort of connection with Gon and everything, but by the true definition of deadbeat, yeah. Speaking of piss, I got pissed on by a 3-day-old calf today. I'm probably going to pronounce your name wrong, so, pal, and I apologize. Saif Khan? You ever walking down the street with your best mate, and while you're walking, you accidentally touch hands, you think to yourself, that was weird, but I'm not gay? You are gay. Sorry. I like that. Jamie says, if you ever get to filming for D-Pouch, I'll help. It's my educational background. It might happen, Jamie. And, of course, you guys will be the first to know if it does. Hiei or Vegeta? Well, for now, Vegeta, but Ragnos, I know so much more about Vegeta than I do Hiei. I do like Hiei, though. And he's one of these characters that, as the story's going on, how much I like him is on the rise. You see, the more you see about him, the more you like him. For one thing, I like the fact that he damn near, and I'm right at that point, so who knows, maybe he will. He damn near blew the noodles off the hot chick that had him in the little fifth fighter there, who is apparently not Granny Gilf, but is some sort of disciple of Granny Gilf's, because I thought for sure it was Granny Gilf under those bandages. But she knows an awful lot about her. But anyway, he's got Hiei and her locked up. Well, for the moment, Hiei can get out now. Omega says, the one time I encountered this guy, he screamed, screw you and your government lackey uncle. So that's what I'm thinking he did. Oh, yeah. He's got some sort of issue with your uncle, without a doubt, Omega. Yeah. That's dead giveaway in crazy guy speak. Absolutely. Milok says, something's only gay if you think it's gay. It's all in the perception. I get you. I don't have it all. I wish I did, Chrome. I have some of it. Chrome says, I guess you still have the D-Pouch documentary footage, because you could turn it into a found footage film. Hey, we're brewing. There's only some. I didn't even know that little clip I showed you guys earlier, I didn't even know that still existed. And when the film was initially started, obviously there are only certain portions of it done. But what I would do, a lot of it, if I decide that this is going to be a web series, then you guys will start getting all, and I'm anxious for you too, because D-Pouch's backstory is just, I can't explain it, but it's up there. It makes a lot of the Naruto backstory seem like a fun family romp, put it that way. But I do have some of the footage, but not all that was shot, and I don't know what happened to it. See, because that was shot back in the day when you actually had it on physical tapes, and then you had to transfer it over, of course, for editing. But I don't know what happened to some of those tapes. He was raped by a clown. Oh, Jack Queen, that would even be way easier than what happened to him. I heard about that. The Granny Gilf's voice actor was Frieza's. Yeah, I did hear that, Chrome. Old chain-smoking female Frieza voice. Excuse me, Daniel, what the fuck is D-Pouch? Check the more recent videos on the channel, Daniel, you get a little bit of the backstory, and then the one that just went up today. We all knew Alfred was throwing orgies while Batman and Robin were away from Wayne Manor. Yeah, Philip, I hear D-Pouch is spreading that around, too. Of course, it's D-Pouch. You got to take it with a grain of salt, but could be true. Could be true. And especially if it's anything aimed at another superhero, he'll make up anything he can think of just to try and disparage them. I wanted to wait for your wife's mom to ferment. Guess they were brewing booze in her corpse. Yeah, I don't know what was the deal, Chrome. That was just abysmal. They didn't get to do the burial until 5 days after it was scheduled. Yeah, it really dragged everything out. So D-Pouch is in the DC universe then. See, D-Pouch would want to be in the DC universe because he wants to kill Superman. I'll tell you guys, and you guys tell me, I don't want to bore you with this either. To be honest with you, I've been writing screenplays since I was 17. I haven't written a lot recently, and Deep Pouch is my favorite thing. And it's one of those things that the humor in it is only going to appeal to people like us, the people who are at Spaz Boys Comedy and the Goosh. Because the one thing I can tell you about the story is what Deep Pouch, the movie, does is we all know that every movie has a formula, and that formula is, you learn. If you have a protagonist with faults, by the end of the movie, those faults generally turn into positive, or they learn from those faults, they expand, they become a better person, whatever the case may be. What you learn about Deep Pouch is at the beginning, he's a complete asshole and a total douchebag. As things unfold, it starts to look like, yeah, okay, it's coming around a little bit for him. Anyway, by the end of the movie, he's an even bigger douchebag and asshole than you ever imagined he could have been. Put it that way. And if it was ever made in a movie, the greatest thing ever for me would be able to get to do the sequel, because I would only do the sequel if somehow the production could afford licensing from DC to allow Superman to be in it. Nacho says, had to step away for food. Did I miss the gangbang? Doesn't matter, Nacho. There's always another one upcoming. There's always plenty of bad touch here. We're going on Saturday, Void, for Endgame. We're going Saturday night. That was the first time we could get tickets. Would Deep Pouch chug a bottle of various other superheroes' jizz if he thought it could maybe make him stronger? If it was golden, I'd say yes. Milag, I don't know with Deep Pouch. See, the whole thing with Deep Pouch and the things he's been doing to himself is new, rumored, and I don't have all the details about that. So I'm not sure how far he'll go. But basically what happened, what I'm understanding, is he determined that since he's indestructible and he has very little offense, he started experimenting with doing different things to his body by ingesting things to try and make himself stronger. Because he found out that it can't kill him. I guess he drank a bunch of antifreeze and stuff just to experiment, and it has no effect. So now he's trying to basically change his DNA to become stronger, and who knows what the hell he'll end up doing. You got him for Thursday night, Marvel? Nice. Yeah, we were again. We wanted to go to a theater by Spaz Kid's school because he's at school right now, and the first ones we could get were for Saturday night. Omega says, and now again, for those of you who haven't been with us all along, we're talking about a crazy person in Omega's neighborhood. He also called my aunt a slut, but that might be unrelated. Oh, well, of course, this guy sounds off enough. Yeah, it's probably very difficult, Omega, to tell what is related and what is not with this person. Is Deep Pouch a porn star? Deep Pouch's favorite, well, as you guys got a hint of in the video we premiered just a little while ago, porn is his favorite thing. As far as, is he a porn star? He would certainly be if the opportunity arose. I'm sure. But porn is his favorite thing. Philip, recently watched a movie called The Highwayman. Oh, I didn't see that, Philip. I remember when that came out. I remember the title. Yeah, Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson. Why, I couldn't tell you, but I do remember it coming out. Interesting take on the Bonnie and Clyde story from the perspective of the men who killed them. Is that what the rub was of that? I do remember. I remember the title as soon as you said it, and I remember Costner being in it. Oh, that's kind of cool. There's so many movies. Boy, when I was younger, I think like a lot of people when they're younger, I saw every movie. Because as soon as a new movie came out, that's what you did. I worked in fast food joints, and you had friends there. So as soon as there was a new movie, you went out and saw it. But over the last couple decades, I only see movies here or there. And there's so many I got to catch up on. I do remember that, though, when it came out. I remember that title. Thanks, Marvel. Appreciate that, pal. Porn is nice. Indeed it is, son. Indeed it is. Can Deep Pouch be my personal trainer? I'm really lazy right now, and I need to get fit for prom. Prism, I would hesitate to hire him to do anything because he's just going to milk it for the money, and he's so goddamn lazy himself. He would gladly take your money, and then he would probably just call his idea. I'm guessing of fitness training would be to call you a fat fuck all day or something, try and motivate you into doing something that way, because he sure as hell ain't gonna go lift weights with you. So yeah. Gray, hey Curtis, I need some advice. I don't mean to bring the mood down. My dad died just 2 weeks ago. Oh God, I can't make this pain stop. How can I move on from this? I can't stop thinking about him. Oh, Gray, first of all, I'm sorry to hear that. Genuinely sorry to hear that. I lost my dad 16 years ago now. Listen, pal, the only thing I can tell you is the pain is understandable, and you don't necessarily move on as much as you just compartmentalize it. I mean, it's easy for me to say, but 2 weeks with the death of a parent is not a long time. What you're going through, for whatever it's worth, what you're going through is completely normal and a shared experience with most of us. So don't feel like, there's something wrong with you because you can't let go of it. It's a long process. For me, my way of thinking, the best way to look at it is to understand that there's always going to be pain to losing your dad. But you have to understand, in the pragmatist perspective, we're all going to go someday, and think about what your dad would want for you. The best way to honor somebody is living your best life. I believe that completely, because that's what your dad would want. And as difficult as it is to let go of someone, you have to focus on the fact that you're honoring him by keeping that pain compartmentalized, keeping the memories alive, but more importantly, living a really good life, because I'm positive that's what your dad wants. Your dad would want you to get as much out of life as you could, to enjoy life as much as you can, to find all the cool little things about life while never forgetting him. But don't rush yourself. I mean, 2 weeks it's not a lot of time, and you'll think about them for the rest of your life. But if you can get to the point where the memories are put in their proper perspective, and you can go back and dip into those memories anytime you want, and remember all the great things about your dad and all the great times that you had, and honor him by enjoying your life. Because as a parent, I can tell you, that's what we want more than anything else for our kids. I want my kids to just have good lives. I want them to be free of depression as often as they can. I want them to always get to enjoy that next milestone or that next goal. So concentrate on what's coming up, and concentrate on living the kind of life that your dad would want for you. And that should make you feel more at ease when you know that you're doing that. Let's see. We're talking about Jojo. I didn't see that. Shout out to Ice Wallow. Come. Oh, my wife's doing fine. Thank you for asking, Jamie. She's doing okay. She's doing fine now. It was a little uneasy for her yesterday because every year her mom would bake pies for Easter. So this year, my wife got together with my daughter and my granddaughter, and they took my wife's mom's recipe and they made the pies. So that was kind of cool. All right, everyone, actually do need to go work out. I'm not fitting into my tux. Have a nice rest of your... Okay, Prism, get a good workout, pal. Cesaro. Oh, nothing happened to my wife. Her mom passed, Cesaro. That's all. Her mom passed. She was she had been sick for some time. I mean, not that that makes it easier, but it wasn't an unexpected passing. She'd been battling cancer for several years. Advice for the green: it's okay to feel not okay. Exactly right. It's okay to feel okay about it. Right. Yeah, and Striga's right. What if you felt nothing? That would be a problem. That you're feeling the pain. That's human. That's perfectly natural. Annie, I genuinely mean this. I don't have words to describe how much I love One Piece. God damn. I've actually been, I'll tell you, Milok says don't work out, just stop eating. I've been, except for yesterday for Easter, I've been curbing my eating. And working out again, and man, it's tough when you're my age, just because the joints get so sore when I train. Yeah, I'd like to do more Jump Force videos. I love playing Jump Force. It's nice to be able to combine the two things, you know, because the one thing I do like about that last method we used, where I just posted the video of the gameplay and added my own commentary on whatever I want to talk about, that's cool, because then I can actually, you know, I concentrate on the game without trying to do a running commentary. So it kills two birds with one stone. I really enjoyed it. Omega Project says, you know, again, we're talking about some crazy guy in his neighborhood. Then again, this is the same guy who got arrested for drunken disorderly conduct. Yeah, I think most of the neighborhood crazies, Omega, I think you'll find have a rap sheet like that. Yeah, I agree. Hunter x Hunter or One Piece at this point, right? I got to give it to One Piece as of this moment, Cesaro. And like I explained to everybody, a lot of it's on the strength of Luffy as a character, plus the world building in One Piece. I know some people got their nose bent, and of course, people don't watch the whole videos anyway. It said, how can you say that this in One Piece is better than the Chimera Ant arc, when in the video I specifically said, you know, this is not to demean in any manner, certainly things like the Chimera Ant arc, and specifically within that arc, the whole Komugi and Meruem thing, because nothing is better than that to me. I may find things, and I found some things in One Piece that I think equal it, but I would never say anything is better than those. It's just as a whole, and as a world and characters, I'm giving an edge to One Piece. Yes, I've heard some Star Bomb. Yeah, I have, Xeno the Wise. Welcome to the Mario Party is hilarious and lit. I don't think I heard that one. I know who Star Bomb is. I know they do the parody songs. Hold on, let me look. I don't think I've heard that one. I haven't heard a Star Bomb in a while. Oh, since we were doing the reaction video streams, would have been the last time I heard a Star Bomb one. Did we watch that one? Does anybody remember? Oh no, it's too recent. Nope, because they just put it out. Welcome to the Mario Party. Yeah, I do like them. Yes, I remember, and that's where I know them from, is the reaction video streams, and they were fun. They were really funny. Let's see. Is this... Well, you're 100%... Straga puts it really well. That's it. I wish people would understand the key difference between you saying, I like this more versus this is superior. You're 100% correct. Yep, and that's what people just can't make the connection. Because there's no superiority there. You can't be superior to Hunter x Hunter for me, because it's... like I've always said about favorite characters or something, when something is just perfect to me, it's how do you top it? You can only equal it. But my point was with One Piece, with just the way that I connect with Luffy and that world building as a series, this would probably be my favorite. That doesn't mean that I think One Piece kicks Hunter x Hunter's ass, like some people seem to believe. Love Star Bomb Smash is my favorite. Yeah, because like I say, you guys are the ones that, now I think back to it, you guys are the ones that introduced me to Star Bomb. Oh, here, let me... Yeah, fucking trains, non-stop. Most badass One Piece character? Well, I'm still early on in One Piece, but for me right now it's Luffy. Monkey D. Luffy, raw ham melon. I laugh so hard at that. That, and actually, what Andy points out, the raw ham melon, is a lot of the reason. Is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Luffy being so pissed off about that raw ham melon is just hysterical to me. And that's why I love his character so much. I love characters like that. I'm going to set up my computer for next 2 weeks. Oh, Tony, I love it. Again, I don't have enough good things to say about One Piece. Jamie says it never gets easy. Losing my mom, I lost everything. Oh, that's so sad. Thankfully, I have my dad, but he refuses to take part in my life. Well, that sucks. He didn't even care I graduated college and refused to attend. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to disparage someone, but Jamie, you know as well as anybody how I feel about things like that when people aren't there for their kids. Raham Melon is actually really nice. He should have been pissed off. I didn't even know what it was, Chrome. I had never even heard of it. But yeah, he was pissed off. And again, just the way he does... And I go back to... the whole thing with Mihawk, when Mihawk's carved up Zoro, and Luffy comes at him but misses and plows his head through the side of the ship there, and Luffy sticks his head back and Mihawk says, I didn't even kill him. And Luffy goes, huh? I can't explain why that stuff is so funny to me, but that's what propelled One Piece as fast as it did, is Luffy is just a perfect character to me. Omega says, again, we're talking about a crazy guy in this neighborhood. This guy once got into a screaming match with someone over literally nothing, just started screaming at people. I can one up that one, Omega. We used to have a guy in the city I worked in that I retired from because I worked for a local city. We had one of our street crazies there that would get in arguments with like the street lamps and stuff. I mean, fucking screaming, cursing arguments with them. It's pretty fun to watch. And of course, me, we'd be working on that street or something. He'd be doing it. I'd be egging her along, going, "Hey, hear what the street lamp just said to you? You turned your back. He just, oh man, I wouldn't let that go." And then he'd get them all wound up again. How big can you smile? I'm somebody, I've always said, no, I'm somebody who has always loved to laugh. Laughing is one of my favorite things, period. I laugh easy and I enjoy it. Jamie says, to be fair, my dad has helped me in dire emergencies. Well, at least that's good. But he fails to realize that I want him around more than help me out of jams. And, I don't know your dad at all, Jamie. I can say this. There are some parents in those situations where it's not actually neglect, it's ignorance. They don't understand how to be there for someone or how to love a child. I mean, there's a lot of people like that where they just, for whatever reason, don't have those instincts, so they don't understand how to do it. Excuse me. Chrome says, so what do you think of Luffy's bounty? Also, a little heads up on some of the scenes in that episode are filler. Captain Kuro wasn't shown in the manga along with a few others. Really? I didn't know that. I think it's awesome. I knew as soon as they got talking about how his 30 million bounty was higher than this, higher than that, it's like, oh, Luffy's going to fucking love that. I think it was cool. I love how it turned him into an instant celebrity. I thought that was neat. A sucker my cock says, will you react to Skyrim Gamer Poop 16? Hold on, pal. Let me see something. No, I'm just trying to... Boy, that sounded familiar. I did... But you're right. I don't think I did ever react to that. I think it probably was a case where somebody mentioned it, and then I forgot all about it, knowing me. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. I got that tickle in my nose again. Okay, Gamer Poop Skyrim. Oh, from Manslayer. Oh, no, that's 15. Shit. Okay, so 16 should be in the... Gamer Poop Skyrim number 16. What was this? This was 33 minutes long. Okay. What? Plus Manly Men editing? Oh, wait. So is there's something added to it? Okay, I see. So 16. Yeah, I'll bookmark that. I like those. Well, you know that. You guys know I love these. Yeah, I'll bookmark that one. Okay, put that there. Damn it. Let me put it in the right folder. Okay. Yeah, I got that one bookmarked. Yeah. I was going to say a 33-minute video. That's going to be a long time before I can get to that to do a reaction, but I see it's the actual gamer poop is just a few minutes of it. Gotcha. How can you never continue Goku versus Chi-Chi video after second episode? I'd spend too long Spy Crab. If it didn't continue, it's probably been blocked. It's probably not a case of not continuing it, would be my guess. They block so many things on it, I can't keep track of what's been blocked. I had somebody the other day in a comment ask me why I never finished the last 30 episodes of Naruto. Because all the shit getting blocked and everything. One Punch Man team lead, because the original One Punch Man I've already seen, so that wouldn't be on. That wouldn't make a poll or anything. Did we watch? I think that one might have been one of the ones we watched at Rift TV. But yeah, we already saw that. One Punch Man 2 hasn't come up yet. Oh, that's sweet, Jamie. She says, the reason I call you Uncle Curtis is because I genuinely view you as an uncle I wish I had. Well, that's very kind of you to say. Chrome says, Curtis, raw ham melon is melon wrapped in raw ham, sometimes with honey or other sauces. Really? I'd never heard of that. I'd never even heard that designation until that episode. Let's see. Yeah, I missed the good old Naruto day. Yeah, well, like I say, but we did go all the way through Shippuden. It's just funny that with them blocking shit and everything, people aren't even able to find it. Do I think Joaquin Phoenix can get an Oscar for the role? Well, I haven't seen the movie yet. Certainly it's a character that could get you contention for an Oscar, but the big problem is, too, so much of all the award shows, but specifically the Oscars, are political. A lot of it's the connections that the studio may have or whatever, so I don't put a lot of stock into Oscars. Let's see. African Americans. Oh yeah, but by far, Junie Case Wolverine. Black Zetsu was my most hated character in Naruto. I hated Kabuto throughout. By the end, I had softened on him a little bit, and that little wiener pussy Black Zetsu is a piece of shit. Top one anime D pouch, yes. But yeah, you guys will be learning a lot more about D pouch. I'll be coming to you guys for advice on what you guys think, if we should just keep it as a web series or maybe actually go back to trying to make the movie. Let's see. Nacho says, since you've already reacted to it, you don't have to, but you should at least just watch the Konosuba dub on Crunchyroll. It's funny you brought up Konosuba. Yeah, I would never react to, like you say, I wouldn't react to something just in different language. But it's funny you say that. I was just talking the other day with Spaz Kid, and I was telling him, and I'm sure you guys are the same way, you'll watch an anime series, and some of them like age well. I really enjoyed Konosuba when I was watching it. I don't think there's any anime I've watched that I enjoy more in hindsight. So that would be a good idea is to watch the dub, because I do want to revisit Konosuba. I find myself thinking back to those characters all the time and those moments. It was just really, really fun. Megumin and the getting carried home from blowing up the castle every day. Yes, I'm Kazuma. All that stuff. It just really, really sat well with me and aged well with me. I just really, really enjoyed Konosuba. Like I say, I enjoyed it as much in reflection as I did while I was watching it. Omega Project is talking about a crazy person in his neighborhood. My dad once said this guy belonged in a padded room after spending an hour arguing with a dog. You got a butte going there, Omega. Yeah, we've had a couple. We had a couple when I was a kid. Neighborhood psychos, and then the city I worked for, I had a few. Phillips says, got to go to work. As much as I love the streams, I want to get a good parking spot. Completely understand why. I'm about to wrap it up anyway, Philip. Perfect timing. So I leave you with a little parting gift. See you guys later. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And actually, I was just about to wrap up anyway because I got a ton of editing to do yet today. I got to start getting ahead for, again, I'm going to be gone a week in May, a week in June. I got to start getting videos built up ahead. It takes a long time to build that many because I need 8 days worth of videos when we go in May. So I got to start getting them built up ahead. So I put in long days between now and May 10th when we go. Edgar says, hey, good to see you again, Edgar. Really enjoying the Avatar reaction. Well, thanks, pal. I'm really enjoying Avatar more than I thought I would. I can say, not that it's not that I thought I would dislike it. I just am enjoying it more than I thought I would. Because, again, I had a little bit of remembrance of it from when Brax used to watch it, but I never really got to know the characters, and I really like Aang. I really like the core three, actually. And I really like Appa. I want an Appa. Roja, I'm still working on it, Team Lead. I'm still working on it. It's very slow because of my time constraints, but yes, I'm still working on it. I suppose it's closing time. Yeah, strike out. No, I understand. Thanks for being in. Chrome says, there's that Isekai Quartet series. It's crossover between Konosuba, Overlord, ReZero, and Tanya, the Saga of Evil. Tanya just makes me laugh thinking about her. It's a chibi, him, or whatever you want. It's a chibi series. Also, Aqua kicks Ainz's ass. Aqua, and it's funny. That's one of the many things I loved about Konosuba. Aqua is typically the kind of character that would annoy the shit out of me because of her constant whining and everything. And it's not to do with her hotness. There's lots of hot characters in that series. Lots of them. Somehow that, and it's unusual for me, she's able to pull it off in a way where it doesn't put me off. There's just something actually cute about the way she whines, which is unusual. Because typically that kind of character, I don't give a damn how hot you are. I've always said annoying trumps hot. But for some reason, Aqua makes it work. Oh yeah, the Avatars. We're only a few episodes in, Kokomo, but it's really, really good. I'm really enjoying it. On a sweeter and lighter note, you're the only uncle I'd accept incestual bad touch from. Yes, that's what I was. Now we got to what I was really looking for, Jamie. Now that made my day. Are you gonna watch CXD Hero? Yeah, no, it's been out. But what I want to do, Super Saiyan God Robbie, I don't want to make the gang at the Goosh miss something that they've requested. So when I get done with those trips in May and June, I'm hoping to just on my own start doing the reactions to the 4th season of High School DxD and post them for them. Because I don't think it's fair to supplant something that they voted in so I can finish it. So I'm going to try and do them as extras. Oh, again, we're talking, I just want to keep everybody posted. We're talking about this crazy guy in Omega's neighborhood. He says, I'll leave it with this. He once said to me that my dog was a whore. You should ask him, Omega. You say, listen, pictures are it didn't happen, bro. How do you know my dog's a whore? And what the hell did you do to her to determine that? Yeah, it sounds like you got a classic crazy, though. Oh, shit. Okay, guys. Unfortunately, I do have to go. I got to get a ton of editing done yet. Thank you for the stream. I'm doing a lot of extra work to get stuff caught up, but I'll try and have the streams as often as I can. I'll try and get them way more often than I have been. That's for sure. Because this was a blast. I enjoy this. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the D-Pouch adventures. They can't be super regular, at least until the summer, because Brax is a big part of those, and of course he's at school right now, but there will be Adventures of D-Pouch, some just short little vignettes, some longer form videos, and you guys will start learning a lot more about the creepy bastard. Guys, thanks for the stream. What a blast I had. And as always, pumfu, sticky stuff for everybody. Spread it around. It's stringy, spread it. It'll stretch. And we'll bang, okay? Flashily, like Buggy, because we're into One Piece. But most importantly, goosh, 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 goosh. Ha ha.